Okay, PreCalc, this is the review for the test. And so I'm going to do the ones that we didn't do in class. So these first ones are just solving for x and with the radical. Notice you isolate the radical, which it is, and now we're going to square both sides. I'm going to go ahead and do this and for time. So the square root of the square of the square root is 2x plus 3, and then 4 squared is 16. So subtract 3. 2x equals 13, divide by 2, x equals 13 over 2. Great, that was easy. All right, this one down here is similar. It's going to square both sides. Oh, I should also check, but I really don't have to check these because I know they're going to work because there's no x on the other side. So I have 2x minus 7 equals 9. Add 7, 2x equals 16, divide by 2, x equals 8. This one's pretty easy to check. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So that works. They always work as long as there's no x on the other side. Remember when we did this one yesterday or today, depending which class you were in, we had to check because there was an x, and we had to throw away one of the answers. We had to throw away the -5 because it didn't check. So you do have to check for sure if there's an x on the opposite side or whatever, if you're squaring and you've got a binomial or something with an x in it, but otherwise you don't have to do that. Okay, so then these two we did in class. These were absolute values, and then we remembered that greater than is or and less than is and. So make sure you get that into your head. Okay, and then separate, and remember when you separate you have to switch the inequality along with the sign. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to subtract 3 first, so I have the absolute value of 2x minus 7 is less than or equal to 12. Now I pull them apart, so 2x minus 7 is less than or equal to 12. Less than is and 2x minus 7 is greater than or equal to -12. So that's where I switch the inequality and the sign. And the word and is just as important as everything else, so make sure you write it. So I'm going to add 7, and I get 2x is less than or equal to 19. So x is less than or equal to 19 over 2. And add 7, I get 2x is greater than or equal to -5. Divide by 2, x is greater than or equal to -5 halves. So if I were to graph that, -5 halves is to the left, 19 over 2 is to the right, so they would be closed circles and everything in between. This is the and statement, and those are easy to write in interval form. The square bracket, -5 halves, comma, 19 over 2, square bracket. So those are pretty easy. I didn't even give you a second to look at that. Don't forget, you can stop the video, take a picture or whatever you need to do, but don't be afraid to do that. So here, this one is greater than, and I'm thinking already or, so I add 3, so the absolute value of 3x plus 9 is greater than 21. So 3x plus 9 is greater than 21, or 3x plus 9 is less than -21. Subtract 9, I get 3x is greater than 12, or x is greater than 4, or subtract 9, 3x is less than -30, divide by 3, x is less than -10. I don't know why I'm writing 30, -10. Okay, so then if I were to graph this, I would have a -10, open circle, everything to the left. I would have a 4, open circle, everything to the right. And remember, these are not very neat and tidy. So this is -infinity to -10, round because it's open, or 4 to positive infinity. Okay? And then I have these fun ones to, I guess I'll leave this back for a second. These fun ones with rational equations. I'm going to try to talk fast so I can only make 2 videos. So this one is easy because it's just 2 fractions, and I would totally cross multiply. I would say 5 times x minus 1 is equal to 2x times x minus 3. Remember, the fraction bars act like parentheses. So when you cross multiply, make sure you put parentheses so that you can distribute. So 5x minus 5 is equal to 2x squared minus 6x. And then I go, oh yay, a quadratic. So we set that equal to 0. Subtract 5x and add 5. And I get 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. The only good thing is that these are factorable. Even if you're not very good at it, you know it has to be factorable. So they're both negative because the last term is positive and it has to be the same. And I want 2 times 5 makes 10, and 1 more makes 11. So I get x equals 1/2 or 5. And the only thing I have to make sure of is that neither of those give me a denominator of 0, which they don't. So these are my 2 answers. Okay, this one we did in Thursday class. I can't remember if we did it in Friday class, Wednesday class I mean. So I'm going to factor x plus 2. This minus I'm going to throw up here with the top up there, and this is going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. And then this is just x minus 2. I should put a 1 over here. So now my LCD has to be 3, x plus 2, x minus 2. So I'm going to multiply this by 3, x plus 2, x minus 2, 3, x plus 2, x minus 2, and 3, x plus 2, x minus 2. Didn't leave myself enough room, but those are going to cancel. I'm going to end up with x minus 2 plus x plus 2, x minus 2 cancels, so I just end up with negative 3 equals the x minus 2 cancels, so I have 9 times x plus 2. So this becomes x minus 5, and this becomes 9x plus 18. So I'm going to subtract x and subtract 18 from both sides. So I get 8x equals negative 23. Divide by 8, x equals negative 23 over 8. Okay, I'm going to make another video with the rest of this and then the word problems.